Welcome, Pisces. I have today for your full moon some incense that I wanted to burn, just to give it's Nak Champa, my favorite, right? For those who don't know, Nak Champa, I'm not doing advertising, I just want you to know that this is for me the best, I don't know, smell for any incense, right? So I'm just gonna clear a little bit the energy, because you're Pisces, you're going deep down into, we're going deep down into the subconscious, right? And so I really want to clear the energy also in my room, because it's a deep full moon. It's a full moon where we become the subconscious, where we become through the fish, through this Piscean embodiment, right? When we take this position in, and here this is the jumping fish. I call it the jumping fish, right? That salmon that's jumping up the river to go back to the birthplace, go back to its origin. And here the moon is rising and she's embodying the moon, right? And the deep ocean underneath, or the lake, depending, right? Now for you, when we look at the original card of this sign, I explained it, but I keep explaining them again and again because they're very powerful cards. And I noticed each time when I explain them that something else is rising, or something, you know, different is showing me what's happening in your life, Pisces. Because I mean, I'm trying to be a messenger. I'm trying to be, not even trying, I am the messenger. I am someone that's wanting to embody your energy. And I connect to the Pisces because it's my opposite. It's opposite of me, right? So the number 19 up here already, when we look, you have the number 19, the 1, and the 9. And 9 is the Hermit, right? Which is the Virgo, which is me. And the 1, again, is that, oh, sorry, the 1 and the 8. It's the number 18 card, right? Which creates the number 9. And then the 9 refers to the Hermit, to the card that is opposite of the moon, right? So right now we are in Virgo, and in Virgo we have the full moon. When is Pisces, we have a full moon in Virgo. So it's always the opposite. So these cards play with each other. These cards feed each other, right? Now, when you look at this card, this is the 4th stage of evolution, right? Starting from the Capricorn, starting from the Devil to the Tower, to the Star, now to the Moon, right? And then we have the Sun, the Judgment, and the World. We have 7 last stages of enlightenment, of evolution. Now this stage, right, the 4th stage, is spiritual unfolding, spiritual growth, and organizing yourself in such a way, like the Virgo, right? Like when we looking at the Hermit, he's organized to bring this healing energy, particularly at night, to you. This moon wakes over us. We don't have a moon during the day. The full moon, or the moon shining to us, is always at night. And so he is actually a card for the night, for the darkness, for that sleep, when we heal. And in the sleep, we go deep down in our subconscious and we're able to go into the dream state, right? We're unconscious. The conscious mind is gone. Now we're diving into an intuition, into what is the collective unconscious going through, right? And the lobster is the collective unconsciousness, right? And the dog and the wolf are the signs of evolution, of symbols as evolution. The dog comes from the wolf. We picked one wolf that was the most gentle, and we made that wolf then slowly breed only with more gentle creatures. And so that's how we actually got then the dog that is totally loyal, follows us everywhere, right? It's this animal that we live with, right? That is protecting us like the moon, right? The moon protects us in this moment of sleep. And when you want to change something, you do it right before you go to sleep. You go and say, I want to heal. Maybe a trait, maybe something in your body, maybe something that's not working for you. Maybe you want to create something that you always wished for, you always wanted, because we had the wish card was right before you, right? We had Aquarius, which was the star card, right? You becoming the star. Now you becoming the moon itself through this position, taking on this position, right? Now, the moon, as we can see, we see his profile and is looking down at us. And it's like the hermit. The hermit's profile, think about it, right? We look at these cards and they both show us the left profile. And when we see the left profile, we see the more intuitive side of us. We see more that we're going forward into the future, because remember, the hermit is up on the mountain. The Hebrew goes in this way. He's going from right to left, right? And here's the moon. So people are sometimes thinking, oh, he's actually taking a step into the past. No, he's stepping into the future, but through the Hebrew version, through the Hebrew eyes, because this is the Kabbalistic tree of life. And the Kabbalah comes from the Torah, the Bible, right? And here everything is from right to left. So he is on the mountain. He starts the journey, goes through the magician, through the high priestess, etc., emperor, empress, emperor, hierophant, right? Until here again, when the hermit goes up, which is Virgo, goes up again onto the mountain. He was on the mountain, went down through these stages, and now he's here on the mountain again. And here you are the next number 9, right? 9, and here the number 18, 1 and 8, which makes the other 9. Now, when you look at this, right, you see that this Cancer, or this lobster, right, is our collective unconscious coming out of the ocean, coming out of the lake, coming out of the water, and wanting to evolve, wanting, as we can see, the next step is the evolution, but there's a path going up to the mountains, going up to this moonlight where these two creatures are howling to the moon. It's always this mysterious moment up when the moon is out. When the moon is full, we look up and we just see this planet, right? And it's so incredibly beautiful. Now, the message here is going past these two towers, which we have seen in the death card, where the sun is rising, not setting, rising. But they're further away, right? So here we have, again, the two towers of, right, when we look at the towers in the High Priestess, we have two towers. And then we again have two towers in here, the Hierophant. And it's always the sign of duality, the sign of we have a right and we have a left side. And I just want to count the drops here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 drops, or 15 is the devil, right? It's Capricorn. All right, I want to find out what that means, right? There's a reason for everything in these Rider-Waite, particularly pictures. There is a reason for everything, right? For these drops. So I'm going to have to find out what they mean. Good. I want to show you one more the yoga position for the Virgo. And that is the Virgo looking back, right, at the stage. So now, of course, if I do it the Hebrew way, I would have to put this pose here and turn it around. And right now, though, I wanted to see how this feels, right? I wanted to do the European way, or the non-Jewish way, let's say. So here you are, the Fool, right? Stepping off the mountain, stepping out of this egg of cosmic egg of all possibilities, where all the colors are within. And you are in nothingness. You're not a physical being yet. You're not really a human being. You are just a feeling, a creative idea, something that says, I want to step off. I want to step out. I want to experience myself, right? So here you have the colors of the rainbow. And then we face the number 9, completion. And again, we're up in the mountain. We're up here, the Virgo, right? The Hermit. And he has understood all these paths that he had went through. And the word Yud means hand. And as you can see, he holds the hand of the lantern, and the other hand holds the wand, the magic wand, right? The wand of creativity. And together, of course, the hands here in this position of the turtle, which is also a sea animal and one of the oldest, right? Much older. I don't know if it's much older than the fish. But anyway, the turtle, the legs over its arm, right, makes it like a really you going deep in, you up all alone, you in your own home. You don't need no one. You have your home always with you. And so the hand here is showing the path, because that's what he does. He puts a light to those who want to follow from this stepping off, right, from this foolish idea, going through all the stages, and he shines the light for those who want to come after. So he, here in the yoga position, the hand shines or shows you now the evolutionary stages to the Wheel of Fortune, where we go to the next level, right? Then is number 11. Let's say we have the path of justice, which is pure red, first chakra, right? To the next step, etc. We going in evolutionary next steps further until the world card, right? So here, just so you understand a little bit what I'm trying to do, then I have one more card. I painted it this way, where the mountain, the Fool, can go many paths. The dots can be different stages in your life of different colors again, and wherever, and you can choose one, maybe you pick one, but then you coming to the Hermit, and the Hermit, the two palms together, the light and the creative spark, that sexual union, that sexual ecstasy. This is what the Hermit, the Virgo month, the sun in the month of Virgo means. A unification, a sexual part, even though it's the number 9 in the zodiac sign, it's the number 6. So here he has the heart of the mountain, the palms together. He's dressed gray. Gray is always sign of wisdom. No more black and white, right? No more right and left, no more up and down. We are in our center. We are in the Namaste. And from there, the path move to the next level, right? Great. So what is this full moon in Pisces bringing to the rest of the signs? And all you have to ask yourself, since this moon is actually in the middle of the night affecting you, what I would suggest tonight is to look at your life and say, what do I want to change? What frequency do I want to embody? And what limitations do I want to let go of, right? So here you have the opportunity to see in this, the light is shining into the subconscious. What's not working? How much have you been programmed by your parents? How much have you been, let's say, dogmatized, right? Or even controlled. Not in a vicious or mean way, right? No one does that. I mean, when our parents got us, they did not know what they were doing, you know? No one can give you what it means to raise a child. No one can help you. I mean, your mother, hopefully, she's right there helping you in raising this child. And that's why this, from generation to generation, some customs are just transferred. Some of them are positive and some of them are negative, right? Like everything in this life, right? So just have a look and see what it is that you want to change. Do a meditation, look at your cards that I'm gonna do right now, a short video for each of the signs, right? And I'm gonna start with Aries because that comes right after Pisces. So thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Aries. So this is going to be a very short reading just for you to see what it is that you can focus on this full moon in Pisces. You got the 6 of Materials, and the 6 of Materials shows us here very clearly, I am giving and taking, I am in balance, and this is the card that overlooks the other cards that are already pulled. So giving and taking, brings you to the muse of materials, and the muse of materials is a Taurus. So maybe there is a Taurus in your life, or you are coming now to completion in the material, right? You are finally walking this path up to this awareness of what the material means, right? Because, like I said, you coming from the Six of Materials. The next two cards that came out are these two. One is the Magician. And the Magician, as we know, is the one that says, I have the power over the four elements. And you're looking back at all the things that you have manifested already. You're looking back and say, wow, I've done a lot. I've come from an amazing place. I've changed, right? Now, where is it heading? It is heading to the Page of Voices and the next level, the Nine of Materials. So, what is this telling me? It's telling me you learned to absolutely give and take, right? Particularly giving, because taking is easy for us. Give and it shall come back to you. And you mastered that. You became good at it, right? You became good at knowing what to do with the money. Then you got the Magician, and you got here a reflection back to all the things that you have manifested and where you're standing right now. And now you starting a new idea, fresh, young, which is going to make you independent, which is going to make you maybe even a single. Doesn't matter right now. This usually, the number 9 is connected to the Hermit, remember. And the Hermit is there with all its possibilities, right? With all the things that he can do. So here you are, able to see in this full moon a way of starting something fresh, becoming aware of a lot of material cards here, right? So it is very much about your financial success, because it goes from 6 to 7 to 9, right? Very clear. You learned how to give and take. You learned to reflect upon, looking back upon your success, trusting it, manifesting, knowing that you can bring things into your life, right? And then the next step is that you now wanting to bring something new, something fresh in this time of Pisces, in this deep subconscious. You want to change something. You want to have a look and see what is your new frequency is going to be like. You think about it. You put even your glasses on. Maybe you're wearing glasses, right? And here you are, getting the independence, getting the 9 of Pentacles. Such a beautiful card. I love that one, right? Because it's letting me know, yes, I will be able to live from this idea, from this fresh new idea that maybe will come to you in this dream, in this, right, in the night, coming to you if you are meditating, if you are really going within, right, knowing that you can take now any path. That is the message for you, my dear Aries. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Taurus. Now, what is this full moon doing to you or helping you to put or shine a light on, right? Remember, we're going into the fish pose and you are the Hierophant. I'm not going to go into the details of your cards. This is about the full moon, and you are the King of Pentacles, right? So what kind of frequency would you like to embody? What is it that you want to change, right? And from the deck itself, we got the Four of Emotions. And just have a look at this picture, right? Already this picture says so much. And that's what they do, right? These pictures, these the Muse Tarot from the same woman, Chris Ann, right, who did the Light Seer Tarot. She created the Muse, and these are just kind of helping us to see with our subconscious, like the message that's coming through them, right? The Four of Cups, what I see here, and maybe what you see, is that you are within this fourth cup, and cups are about emotions, and this is the card leading or looking over the other ones. And I'm only shuffling once, and whatever comes out, that what comes out. And you got 6 coming out, plus this one 7. What I see is that you are at the point, you're stable within your own emotional situation, right? You've come to a place of being content, and still at the same time you are embodying now, right, this fourth cup, because there's 3 cups, and you are literally on the place of the fourth cup. You are on that space or on that place of the fourth cup. And so you've come to a quite comfortable place, but it's time for you to go and figure out more. Let's see what that is. So the first 3 cards, right, and I just want you to look into the cards. They're very beautifully drawn. Some people don't like them, but that's okay. You know, sometimes it's the young, new, fresh generation that's now coming and wanting to show us how we can see these cards, right? Because I'm actually also doing my own cards with the yoga positions. 3 of material, Pentacle, the High Priestess, and the 10 of inspiration. It's telling me that it's time you are working, building with other people an energy of intuition, of female connectedness, and you have done, you can create whatever you want to create, right? It can be multiplied. It's almost like it's saying here, yeah, she's just taking one of those cups, or of that, how do you call it? I'm just like right now at a loss with the word of it. So usually the inspiration is the wand, right? And the wand is a creative idea that can be multiplied, that can be, usually it says you do too much, right? Don't do so much. But here I somehow see something else. I see that you have created an idea and you can actually multiply it. You can actually making a production out of it, right? Within a group, within other people, you thrive, right? You becoming this intuitive human being, particularly on this full moon in Pisces, right? Where your subconscious is showing you very clearly what is next, what it is that you want to be doing, right? Then the next card, 3 cards, is the Hermit, which is right now, which I showed you, right, in Virgo, which is right now, the sun is in Virgo. And we have the 6 of Voices, right, which is the Swords, and we have the Star card, right? So you're surrounded by, going within, you're surrounded by a Virgo and by an Aquarius. And the 6 of Voices is always about moving on, right? moving mentally on, going to the next place, meaning you contemplated, you looked at your life and you said, okay, moving on, and you're going into a vision, into the age of Aquarius, into something that is important to you, something that is higher than yourself. Again, remember, it's that star, right? There are 8 stars. It's the card number 17, 1 and 7. There is 7 stars, which is the 7 chakras, and 1 star above you, which the big star, the Earth star, I call it. And that Earth star is guiding you, right? And again, here the Virgo, this path that you can take, right? You can go and move forward, and you're moving emotionally forward. Emotionally forward because this is what you want. And again, remember, right? This is the star card. This is the 7 stars and the 1 big star above you, right? As you can see, completely differently shown. Nevertheless, it's the star card, and you are now going into your hopes and dreams. You're going into a state of, I really learned, right? I learned that my emotions, like this, I jumped into an emotional awareness of myself, right? I've arrived. Sometimes it's translated that you're also a little bit bored, right? You are a little bit, blasé is a word too, right? But I don't see that. I see more that you've arrived emotionally to be with yourself, happy with yourself. And here you have 3 emotional fulfillments, and now you're in the 4th one, and you're fully in it, and you're good. You're feeling good. You feel emotionally good, right? To move forward. And here you're surrounded by 2 very powerful energy, right? The number 9, and here the number 8, infinity, completion. You moving forward in your quest, right? Quest of going further, deeper with your own personal intuition, right? So this is what this full moon in Pisces is wanting to give you. Search, don't stop, right? Go for this, go within, and the she is right in the center, right? Be the high priestess, be this hermit, understanding how everything functions, and know that the stars are looking down, and there's always a new path to be taken, because this full moon in Pisces comes right after the moon card. The full moon comes after the star card, right? Great. Beautiful message, my dear Pisces. Have a great meditation. And yeah, look at what is it you want to embody. And I can see that you want to embody quite an independence, quite a freedom. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Gemini. Now, what is this full moon in Pisces helping you or shining a light, right? We're taking on the fish pose, remember? And immediately what comes is that your frequency, as you can see, it's all about what are we going to program ourselves, right? Taking out the programming that has been put in by your parents, by your religion, by the people that lived around you, by the children that you befriended. Taking out that programming and putting a new programming every night before we go to sleep into our system. And from the deck, right away, we have the Emperor, right? And the Emperor clearly is a person that's saying, okay, I'm going to change something. I am doing it. The Emperor is the King of Kings. And so you are moving into that place of making major decisions, right? Because what comes after is the Muse of Materials. The Muse of Materials is actually, if you look at the description box below, Taurus, right? So check if someone has its birthday right there, someone that can help you to financially bring yourself into a very stable place. Then below you got 3 more cards. I shuffle only once for this and see what comes out, and you got 7 coming out. You have the 10 of emotions, you got the 9 of materials, and the Page of Inspiration. Here, clearly, you happy, you're emotional, fulfilled, you are in a good relationship, you are extremely happy. Number 9 of materials, you are financially independent, you're making your money, right? You, as also, this is a very clear, strong, stable energy, right? The King of materials. And then you have a creative spark, a new creative spark coming to you. The Page of Inspiration is all about the ideas we have and being creative, or also a sexual energy that's, of course, maybe making you very happy in this relationship, making you absolutely content on where you are right now, right? The last row, you got again 3, and that's very, very beautiful because you got the Strength card, which is Leo, you got the Fool, which is a new beginning, and you got the 4 of materials, right? Meaning you have the strength to start a completely new path, right? She's walking off that dune, she's walking off into, we don't know where, but it's going to be stable, it's going to be financially clear, because you already have the 9 of materials, right? You have created a strong foundation. So now you're going to add to that, right? Stability. And it is this new creative idea, this new start, this fresh new start with whatever it is, right? That's what this card is saying. Whatever comes to you, you do it, right? Like I do just these videos and I just enjoy them, and I'm thinking each time, how can I make them even more beautiful or more interesting, right? It's the process also. It's the editing. Now I'm doing a long version of a video, but I cut them in the section of each zodiac sign, right? So finding the pleasure of being creative, finding the pleasure of showing yourself to the world, not being afraid anymore, but taking on that strength, taking on that Leo energy, so which gives you the strength to literally walk off anything and just fall, like, you know, sometimes the birds have to jump off and, or, you know, get out of the nest and jump into the unknown. And here you will be stable and strong in your endeavor, right? So what I see here are, of course, these 3 cards, these 3 major arcana, the Emperor, the Strength, and the New Beginning, right? Within that, of course, the 10 of emotions, very happy. But again, this is just a daily card. It's not for the long run, right? This can be tomorrow change, right? That's what this is all about, right? So these cards are giving us just the Ace to 10, give us just a moment in time. But these are for the soul, right? So here you are going a new path. You will be successful, right? Very clearly. So go for it, my dear Gemini, right? Again, your card, right? finding this connection. You are going for it mentally. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, thank you for watching. I wish you a great meditation. In that meditation, you will see what path you want to take, and don't be afraid, right? You go for it. Go for that new path that you want to start taking. Then, thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Cancer. Now, what is it that you want to change in this full moon in Pisces? What frequency would you like to embody? Where do you want to go with this awareness, right? It's just bringing awareness back, because it's in the time of the sun is in Virgo and in the Hermit, and the Hermit is the one that got all the sparks. And now what path is he gonna take, right? This is the sign. The sun is in Virgo, right? But the full moon right now clearly here in Pisces. From the deck itself, you got, of course, right away the Hermit, meaning go within, right? Meaning find your path, find this light, find this awareness, right? Now, interesting enough, this is the Hebrew version. They go in the other directions. She painted it with the modern version, like with the not Jewish version, right? The Jews go from right to left, we go from left to right. So she painted it like this, right? And also here I painted it in the normal traditional way, right? The mountain with the namaste, combining the light with the creative spark, right? That's what this card means, right? You are going within, you are lightening for others the path, right? So they know where they have to go from the fool that stepping off the cliff, right? Stepping off, taking all these parts until the Hermit. So I shuffle only once and see what comes out. Sometimes not much comes out. You had 9 coming out, right? So of course your message still, I'm gonna keep it short. You have right away, you have the Emperor, you have the Strength card, and you have the 2 of materials, right? So here you are stepping into your own personal power. The Emperor is that King of Kings. The Strength card is the Leo card. This is Aries, and this is the Leo. Now here, I see that you still maybe in between these two. You're not really sure how much can you take on this empowerment, right? And at the same time, you know it's changing. This is what this card is saying. It's always changing. We don't know. This is a daily card. This is for today. Today you feel a certain way. Now the other 2 or 3 here, right? So here you have 3 major arcana. You have the Hermit. You have actually the Aries. You have a Leo in your life playing here on you, right? So maybe there's a Virgo working on you, working on the Aries, working on the Strength, right? I'm just trying to see in your central card, of course, you have the 6 of inspiration, the 2 of inspiration, and the Star card, meaning the 6 of inspiration is clearly you making a strong victory by planning something that you always wanted, always wished for. You always wanted to do something, right? And you clearly are doing it. You are going for it. You are successful in planning something that you always wanted to do. And the last row is the Page of Inspiration, the 5 of Materials, and the 6 of Voices, meaning this new idea, right? This spark that came down from the star, this new idea is at the beginning not right away maybe giving you the financial security you're looking for, but nevertheless you can move on in your mind and seek something that connects you to trusting, because maybe that's why these two are here, trusting that things always change. Always, right? So you have here this powerful energy, but that might change any minute, or actually already changed, right? But it might have changed just so that you can literally create this incredible idea, bring it down, right? And anything that we bring down, any creative idea that we bring down, takes time. So even though you have a little bit of a setback and a little bit of like, okay, I need to emotionally or mentally move on, don't allow that to block you, right? Because you are, as you know, the Chariot, taking on this position, becoming the horse, and not, you know, even controlling the horse with your mind. You are the horse. You are pulling the Chariot. You are successful, right? So I can see, I'm just going to put all the major arcana out one more time, that in this full moon, something very powerful is starting to come to you. You are going to create a big shift, and you are bringing those hopes and dreams down for humanity. You are diving right into the subconscious with this month, something that gives you strength, that gives you this King of King energy in Leo, right? With the Leo, with the subconscious, with this wild side that you are bringing together, so you can create something for all of humanity in this full moon, right? You are stepping forward, you stepping out to create that for all of us, for all of us. If you change something within you, you change it for all of humanity. Great. I wish you a beautiful meditation on this full moon in Pisces, right? Remember, taking on this position maybe before you meditate. Just do this position, feel it, connect with it, and see the message, right? See what is coming. I'm going to take a picture again of these cards. They're powerful. Pick one or pick all of them, right? Thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Leo. So, what is it that you want to do, want to change in this frequency, right? In your frequency of this full moon in Pisces, diving deep. You want to embody it. You want to place a seed in your head at night before you go to sleep. You're the King of Wands. Remember, very strong energy, right, within you. You're the Leo. You are the breath, the infinite breath. You embody the lion, right? And you're taming this wild lion. Remember, we are the sun in Virgo, shining a light to those who come after us. Here, the yoga position of putting the two palms, because Yud is the name of this card, which means hand, and shining the light to those who want to walk the path the same way the hermit walked the path. So I shuffle only once, whatever comes out, right? Some got only 3, you got 8 coming out from the deck, the Lovers. Either a Gemini in your life, or you are really in a deep, deep relationship with someone else. And I feel that's what's happening, because you have after that, right, the Ace of emotions coming. And as you can see, she's like, she dived in. She's that pure love, pure thought, right, of love. I mean, really deep in it. And then comes you right after the Sun. This is your element, right? This is connected to you with, of course, also the Leo card, the strength card, the strength, finding this infinite cycle of bringing the energy down, right? Bringing this awareness down into the everyday life. And here you are getting inspired. These are your first 3 cards. With the love that you're experiencing, you feel strong, and through that you can produce something. You can make something happen, right? I feel it's not that you do too much. I think it's more like you are able to produce, are able to create and reproduce it, right? That's what we do. We do one thing really good and people like, well, I want one too. So you reproduce it, you know, and then you make many out of it. The 3rd row, then something happens really fast, and it's the 8 of Wands, right? The 8 of Inspiration is moving very strong to this 3 of Voices, meaning there is something happening, and this is a Libra. And the Libra is looking at it, right? It's very interesting. It feels like this fast moving energies reaching this person that sometimes sits down and is just like crying, right? And it's, for me, sometimes the world pain, in German it's called Weltschmerz. And I feel that you maybe have to figure out something here, because there is a Libra coming. This is Libra, the Queen of Swords. Check in the description box right below if there's a Libra in your life that's affecting you, that's sometimes bringing a very strong awareness to you, right? A sadness also of like, what is going to happen to this person? But what's happening underneath the last 2 cards? You got then here the Ace of Inspiration. So you have twice an ace. You have water, the female, and the male. So there's a sexual union happening, a strong sexual union happening, because you have the Lovers overlooking all the others. And it's your karma. It's a karmic wheel that's spinning here. And it's meant to be like that. There is something that you are able, because somehow it feels like this is your central card. There is something liberating. There is something freeing, right? There's something being looked at. And maybe that's what you want, right? You want on this full moon in Pisces, look at all these difficulties this world is going through right now. But you have this power, right? There is a karmic action happening with the wheel of fortune. The wheel is spinning again and again and again, and it's constantly showing us we're moving on. All right, you didn't get it this time, well, then you're gonna get it the next time. So these are your major arcanas. You got 3. And you have 10 of inspiration that's connecting with, of course, the Wheel of Fortune, right? So you have a very strong understanding of yourself in your sun, in the sign of sun, right? You, the Leo. And it's your karma to find here a deep, deep, deep awareness, a deep love, a sexual healing. Sexual healing. Marvin Gaye, right? Sexual healing is happening to you. So in this full moon, you are going to do a sexual healing. You are healing the world. You are helping the people to heal. You are helping others to heal. If you heal, whatever you heal for yourself. That's it, Leo. I wish you a great meditation, right? Remember, again, take on this position before you meditate. Just feel it. Let go, right? Dive deep with your head down. It's touching. And release what's in your subconscious. Release what's stuck and free yourself. And thus free the whole world, right? Free this world pain. This Weltschmerz. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Virgo. Now, what are you going to do on this full moon to, or what is it that you want, what frequency you want to embody, right? So this is the question that you're going to ask yourself on this full moon meditation, right? Planting or actually seeing now it fulfilled in a way, right? We're planting a seed in the new moon and now we're seeing it fulfilled. So just look at it. What frequency do you want to embody? Because you're the light bringer. You're the one that shows the path, right? Out of many, many, many paths, right, that we can take. You channel and then you lead to the next step, which is the Wheel of Fortune, right? It's the number 10 comes right after you. What is it that you want to bring to the people, right? So here we do have an awareness, right? A connection here that you bring to the people. Now, in this month where the sun is, right? So taking on this position, right? Looking at your reading first, before we come to a conclusion, is the 2 of materials, which is change. Everything changes. Change is the most constant thing in this universe. Nothing stays the same. Always we have the same. But right after comes the Ace of Material and the 6 of, the Page of Materials, meaning you want to create a new financial endeavor. You want to create something new, right? You're done with this forever. Should I not? Can I not, right? Or things are always turning and shifting. I'm coming to the oneness. I'm coming to this one creative financial idea, and you make it happen, because it's the young people that show you how it's done. It's a new idea. It's a financial idea that's now being created. It's something still in the air. And what's what it's gonna do to you is it's gonna make you emotionally very happy, because you got the two, again, the two of emotions, like the two of materials. There is two needed to understand the one. There is two needed to come into that oneness. And you are looking back at something emotionally fulfilling, emotionally that brought you to a good place. And you're looking back at it and you're like, yeah, I know. Back then, right, it was like this. And you're looking at this situation, right? Here, you're diving deep within. And the last card, what came out, I only shuffled once, right? Whatever comes out, comes out. I'm not going to pull 9 cards out because it's supposed to be a very short reading just for this full moon. So here we have the Muse of Inspiration, which is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is a Leo, right? So in Leo time, maybe you start realizing something, right? In August, right? You start realizing, okay, I don't want to do certain things anymore. And this is very creative, right? He's very fiery, very passionate, but in a different way than the Aries. Aries is heady, head passion. He's hard. He's like the Leo, right? He's the lion heart. Very beautiful energy, right? So you come with this idea, right, into a very stable, very creative process, because he has his own business. He creates, he's like a visionary. He creates something very strong, right? Now, you don't have any major arcanas, but nevertheless, right, I see very much like this new idea, right? You really are going to create something amazing, right? With this new idea, with the new generation that is already doing it or created it. And that's how you're going to make your money. And it's going to make you very, very happy. And it's going to bring you back to a time where you were emotionally very happy, very fulfilled, right? And on top of it, you get that creative spark, right? Remember, everything is coming and going, right? So are here the energy of love, right? Love is exchange, and the material is exchange, right? Constantly exchanging. And for me, right, if you do this meditation and you're taking on this position before you meditate, right, you are looking at something where you can take a new path, right? Coming out, this is the Fool, this is a new beginning, right? But if I just take this card or just this one, right, doesn't matter. It's like here you are, the mountain, the heart of the mountain, and here you are, the turtle. You creating a new path. You creating out of all the possibilities. You creating a new path. A financial new path. Very beautiful, my dear Virgo, right? That was a quick reading. Nice. Wish you a good meditation. Dive deep and see how you want to reinvent yourself. See how you want to change your frequency, and you are going to change your frequency. I can see it. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Libra. Now, the question is, what is it, or what is it what you want to do to change your frequency, or to add to your frequency, or to embody this frequency at this full moon in Pisces, right? This is the big question that we're asking ourselves when you're looking at this picture or at this pose, right? Try to take the pose when you meditate in Virgo, right? This path that we now can take, it's all paths are open to us, right? We can step further into the wheel of fortune. Now you are here, the balance, right? You finding balance either way. If I turn it, right, then you go into one direction. If I turn it, you go in the other direction, right? It doesn't matter. You are the Queen of Swords, right? You leading the path forward, right? You showing us how it is done, right? Mentally done to create a new world, to create something that we want in our lives, right? Mental clarity bringing us forward. Here you have from the deck, I only shuffled one, so whatever comes out, that's what comes out, right? Here are the three of materials. And it's building with friends, with like-minded people. It's building something beautiful, right? It's building something in a way of creating a very strong foundation within this group of people, right? Within this tribe. Then you have these two coming out, which is the Judgment, right? The guardian angel that's calling, and the Four of Emotions, meaning you are called to action to see that you are the fourth cup. You're just looking at these three cups and you're thinking, I only have three cups. I wish I had a fourth one. What should I do? And finally, you start eventually realizing, because that's why this wake-up call is here, is the fact that you are the fourth cup. You are that cup yourself, that emotional fulfillment that only you can give yourself, right? You have to make yourself happy and content and enjoy your life, right? No one can give that to you. That's what this card is saying. Now, what's really interesting, the last two that came, they came in reverse. And it feels like this, right? The reverse. We had two on top, they were upright. And then you had the below, they were inverted. And what we have is the Fool and the Four of Inspiration. But they were like this, right? You see what I'm seeing? So you got to look at this full moon. You got to be truly honest, because there is a new path that wants to come, and it will create an incredible awareness, an incredible stability. Again, the number 4 is a beautiful card for stability. 4 is, there is something magic about the 4, right? There's always 2 can be together, or 3 and 1 alone, right? If you think of people, but 4, it's like a chair. We're stable, we're strong, right? So now to turn them around means that you have to understand and embody your own card, the card of Justice. Let me show you Justice really quick in the normal card, in the normal deck, which is, of course, you between these two pillars, which is the color gray. And when we're gray, gray is the wisdom. We have the wisdom around us. And inside here, I'm actually the light, this powerful light that is God, that is higher consciousness coming down. And the sword, right? The sword of clarity coming in. I feel, right, because it came upside down, and it came in a way, you got to understand that once you learned that you can only be giving yourself this full cup, and this is what your frequency is going to be for this full moon in Pisces. You gotta realize you are the fourth cup. You gotta realize you, no matter what, 3, you are the next step of evolution. When you give that to yourself, then these will turn around, and you can go to a new path where you're walking right clearly to the 4 of Inspiration, which can be a marriage, which can be anything like a creative new step forward, right? Marriage usually is this card. This is marriage. But since it's upside down, you got to find what it is that you really want to start. Where do you want to go? And you get the call. Oh boy, when this card is coming, it's calling. It's saying, wake up and see the fourth cup. Then this can turn around, and then you can take this new path forward into a new world, right? You justice, no matter how you turn it, right? Even in the dark, we are the light, and in the light, we can have darkness within us. But you do it for a bigger cause, for a group with people. You're not just doing this all for yourself. If you do this, you inspire others to do the same. Beautiful. Thank you for watching, my dear Libra. I wish you a great meditation. Take it in this pose, right? Take the pose, then meditate and see what frequency you want to live, right? What limitations you have. What are your limitations, right? Where do you want to grow into? Changing that on this beautiful full moon in Pisces. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Scorpio. Now, what is it that you're going to do? Changing your frequency, changing what you think is possible with the subconscious. When we dive down into all our conditionings, this is what this full moon is bringing to us. And you love to invert, you love to see the world in a different way. This is your pose, right? This is the Scorpio. For me, it's not the death card. There is a death of the head, of the thinking, of the mind. That's for me the death card. That's for me the transformation, right? Now, of course, here in the month of Virgo, right, where we can take a new path, where we can step out and create something new. Now, for you, very clearly, it starts right away from the deck, the Tower. Something is shifting. Something wants to change. Something is brutally awakening you, right? Bringing you to a realization of, okay, what am I going to do next? The Tower is the second stage of the 7 stages of enlightenment, right, on a higher plane. So what happened is you got these 3 cards coming out. You got the Page of Inspiration, the 4 of Inspiration, and the 9 of Materials, meaning you have a creative idea. That creative idea is bringing you together with like-minded people, maybe even into a marriage, maybe into a really secure place, and then you financially are definitely secure about that. So this Tower is saying something old is not wanting to be lived anymore. The old way is not working anymore, right? So it's brutally taken away from you, but to make place for a new creative idea, the Page of Inspiration. Look at him. It's just like, whatever, I'm going to create. And here they are, right? Sitting up together and enjoying each other and celebrating and being together, right? It's a celebrating time in your spiral of abundance, in your spiral of having everything you want. Then came the 5 of Materials and the 3 of Emotions. 5 of Materials reversed, right? Which is, you don't know where you belong to. That is finished. That is over. And the 3 of Emotions is about finding your deeper awareness within people, within the emotional connectedness to like-minded people. You finding your place, right? You having the 5 of Materials, not knowing where you belong to, finishing, you know where you belong to. And then after that, you have the other two cards here, which is the Seven of Voices. And the Seven of Voices, yes, is a little tough one. And the Knight of Materials, this is a Virgo, right? A true Virgo. Like, look at the description box below if you know a Virgo, if that is the Virgo that you know, right? The way you think, the way you bring your thoughts into this world, right? You don't understand that sometimes you're thinking scarcity. You're thinking that you don't have enough. You're not, right? So this is what's happening before, right? You finally found a place where you feel comfortable with, where you at home with. But then your thoughts coming and they kind of sabotage this a little bit. So this Three of Emotions is quite surrounded by a little bit of a heaviness, of an energy that's not quite clear. But you're going to move forward. You're going to move on with that, right? You're not going to get stuck in it. Even though this one is a very slow-moving horse, right? It's like the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is waiting. So you're waiting for something to shift. So maybe on this full moon in Pisces, something is shifting because something has to shift. Something wants to move. Something wants to change. You are moving into a new energy, into a new way of looking at this creative idea, right? That is emerging to you. Something you want to do, something that fulfills you. And just remember, right, when you see these three, right, don't allow that to block you, to stop you, right? You know your group, you know with whom you want to do this new endeavor, right? And you are going steady, slowly but steady. You are going and doing your path, right? So what I would say you should connect to are these pictures, right? See which one is appealing to you and start your meditation, right? Start showing where your frequency is, what frequency you want, where you want to go, what you want to do with your life, because it is happening. And don't focus on these two, right? These are things that you maybe want. These are your limitations. These are the ways that you sometimes limit yourself instead of going into this deeper core level understanding. I wish you do this position when you meditate. I wish you a great, or even this one. This is you, right? But first of all, do this one. I wish you great meditation for this full moon in Pisces. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Sagittarius. Now, what are you going to do with this full moon, with this frequency, this new frequency that maybe wants to come to you? Are you going to do something about it? Are you going to go and dive deep down and actually look for it? Are you going to be there for yourself, diving into the subconscious, changing things in your life, right? Because you do dive deep down, right? This is your position for Sagittarius. You are the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Wands. You can make things happen, right? So let's look at your reading. So from the deck itself, you got right away the Hierophant, which is Taurus, which is saying old structures are changing, old structures don't want to be here anymore. So maybe you are part of this shift of a leader, someone that leads us into a deeper awareness, into a higher consciousness, because the Hierophant is letting us know, I did it, and now I'm teaching you, I'm hooking you into my teaching, and I want you to follow me. Maybe this is something that you would like to do, because you have then the Lovers, you have the High Priestess, and then you have the Temperance. So quite straight away, it's like you have a deep love, a deep awareness for something quite mystical, because she is the most mystical of all mystical energies that is out there. And Temperance is that guardian angel that's watching over us, and that is you. This is your own sign coming up, right? This is the Temperance. This is this guardian angel looking down and seeing, wow, okay, I need to come into my center. This is the classical card of Sagittarius. So you show up in your own reading. You show up as that alchemist that's blending, that's uniting, that's bringing the things together. After that, we have Eight of Voices and the Page of Emotions. Right away, we see you need to open up. You need to clear something. You need to clear your vision and come from your heart, making a new move, making a move of creativity, of the Page of Emotions, of creativity that you love, that this new love, right, will bring to you. And underneath you have right away the Muse of Voices, and the Muse of Voices is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the king of your thoughts, right? And that is Aquarius. That is the King of Swords. So something is shifting, because that's why you know, the king can create something that's stop to this feeling bound, feeling trapped, not knowing what to do, right? You also know how to do that by bowing down, by going deeper within, right? And interesting enough, in the Hierophant, I painted the Hierophant as well as bowing down, but standing, right? You are sitting and you're going deep within. So the Hierophant, which is leading from the deck, a new structure wanting to come in this full moon revelation. You want something, you want to shift something, you want to dive deep down, right? Because you are very intuitive, very clearly it's happening, and that intuition is helping you to find a new love, so you're not feeling trapped anymore, right? Feeling trapped is not a good feeling, but you will come out, because then this follows, and that's the sign that you worked on yourself, that you did the job, that you did what most people not even think of doing, right? So on this meditation, on this going deep in this full moon, change your frequency, plant that seed while you go to bed, right? Realize that it's very important that you do that, because if you do it for yourself, you do it for the whole collective energy, for all of us. Yeah? Good. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Welcome Capricorn, now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with this new frequency that wants to come in, or frequency that you want to create for yourself? How are you going to do it, right? How are you going to say, I want in this full moon of Pisces, I want to create something new. I want to change something. I want to take away all my limitations. I want to build a new frequency. I want to put a seed into my dreams so that I can heal in the night when I sleep, and I can start rebuilding or changing my body. And you're the dancer, right? For me, you're the dancer. You're not the devil, right? You, that incredible energy. You know how to enjoy yourself, right? You making sure that you're happy. And no matter what, in the city, in the country, wherever, you are that first step of the higher evolution that we are taking, right? And you just, when you're out of balance, when the world is out, that's when something negative happens. That's what the devil is. Remember, you are the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so let's have a look. For this full moon in Pisces, you got right away the Eight of Materials. Working it, knowing what to do, you know how to work it. You're very earth sign, and you like the Hermit, or even like the Taurus, you know, your earth sign, you know how to work it. So you work it because you got a great new idea that came to you, the Ace of Voices, and you are contemplating on what you're going to do with it, right? Of course, this is also Virgo. This is in this month. It's a good month for you because you like structures, you like to work, and you're working on a fresh new idea, an idea that's good for all of us, that benefits all of us. Remember, the Virgo, right, is lightening the path for all of us, and here you are sitting in contemplation, you know, shining the light, right? Remember that. So this is right away what you're working on. Then came out the Queen of Emotions and the Muse of Emotions, and funny enough, that's like a couple. This is Scorpio and this is Cancer, right? So Scorpio is going deep into the ocean. Cancer stays on the shore, stays on the surface. You diving down and discovering things while you're walking on the shore. But here, the next step of your evolution, of your healing, of something that is going to be quite emotionally fulfilling, because here is a couple on the shore diving now deeper down into a deeper healing. And then the last two cards that came out is the Page of Materials and the Two of Voices. Now here we can see clearly you want to start something new. You ready this new idea. Bring it to the people. Bring it to the young people. Create a new vibration, right? Because the Page of Material is materializing something and is making money of it. And then comes the Two of Voices, which is from Ace to Two. You are thinking about how you're going to do it. You're going to bring it into an exchange, into the earthly exchange. Here it's up in the sky, something crazy that you think about, but you're making it more of a realistic situation. A real duality is coming in. You're bringing it into the earth, into this dance that you are embodying, right? No matter if you're bright and shining inside, but you're inside of the negative dark city, or you have quite a negative side inside of you and you're out in nature. Doesn't matter. You bringing this thought into this new here awareness, right? So it's a very interesting card to look at. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Stay with this clear one thought, right? Clear one completion, 9. Continue with it. Stay in the higher vibration of it. Stay in this emotional vibration with it and move it out to the people. But don't overthink it, right? Sometimes you like to overthink it. That's the only thing that you want to maybe on this full moon in Pisces. That's your limitation. This is the only card that I would say, check it. You know, don't think too much. That's your limitation. That's where you get stuck sometimes, right? But what you want, what the new frequency is, just look at that, right? Very powerful, very emotional, fulfilling. Yeah, you're working hard on it, but that's okay, right? If it's something that you love to do, then wow, what else, right? Go for it. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your full moon in Pisces tomorrow. Namaste. Welcome, Aquarius. So, what are you going to do with this new frequency that wants to come in? What are you going to do when you're diving deep down into your subconscious and starting to notice what has been stuck in there, what has been programmed in there, and you free it and you liberate it now in a time of bringing this new age to us? You the star, right? You are the queen of the king of swords. So you very clear in the way of you think, the way you create, right? New opportunities now for all of us for the next 2,150 years. So what are you going to do with it? Where are you going to go and bring this frequency? And where are you going to see your limitations, right? Don't stop because that's who you are or that's what your parents did to you. They did whatever they did to you. Moving out, being the star, right? Changing it. And immediately there is a deep love. There is the 2 of emotions, the 2 of cups coming right at you, letting you know, hey, there is something new coming. And maybe here in this full moon in Pisces, maybe you're falling in love, because what happens after? You have the 10 of emotions. How beautiful is that? That is like the absolute fulfillment, if you think about it. Absolute happiness. Maybe with the muse of inspiration, maybe with a Leo, right? The muse is the king of wands, and the king of wands is a Leo, is a fire sign. But maybe you're absolutely happy with something that you're creating, with something that you're putting all your emotions in it, all your heart in it, because it's something you're really passionate about it, right? Now, then came out the 4 of voices and the Ace of materials. Now here it's supposed to be upright, but it came like this, right? So this is the meditation card. This is when we repose. This is when we go within. This is when we think about and when we meditate, right? You're not there yet, quite, right? Because it leads to a financial gain. This emotional fulfillment, that's coming to you at this full moon in Pisces, right? So just have a look of what it is, why you're not meditating enough, why you're not giving yourself that moment of repose, that moment of clarity, when it's particularly, oh, someone is creating something here outside, when you are here in the 4 stability always, right? No matter what. it's coming. I feel like it's coming. I feel like you solidifying it, you bringing it into an awareness, right? So this full moon, remember, you want to bring a new frequency to yourself, but also see the limitations. See the limitations. Remember here, right now, I see the High Priestess underneath for you, right? So you have come from quite a spiritual path into now maybe finding the partner of your life, finding your soulmate, creating an absolute fulfillment in your life. It's really like enjoying it with this Leo, right? Look in the description box below, because there are the dates for all the court cards, right? Because they're a little bit different than the monthly cards of the major arcanas. Anyway, my dear Aquarius, right? Be the star, be that hope for all of us. Reach up into the sky, embody it, go deep down into the moon, because this is right after you, right? This is the fourth stage. You're the third stage of this higher evolutionary consciousness, right? It starts with the devil, the tower, the star, the moon, the sun, the judgment, and the world, right? 7 last stages of evolutionary consciousness, right? So have a look at it, right? Because you have that clear thought, you have that sword in your hand, right? To make this turn around, right? To make it straight. But maybe this is also meant to be, right? Sometimes inversions are good too, right? Anyway, have a great meditation. Plant that seed, so in the night it can grow, right? That's what also this moon is waking over us. In the sleep, we heal. In the sleep, we plant that seed. Thank you for watching. Namaste.